Alright, it's engine night here, and we got a little dirt bike. What are you doing there, buddy?
Research.
Researching something. You got the computer open and the table up.
That's right.
You brought Daddy dirt bike with him. And then Mike stopped in.
How you doing?
Mike wanted to know what's going on with that FH.
Right.
And I says, I don't know. I says, it's all ready to go together. And he says, well, let's do it. So.
Look at the little book here. Really,
Right.
the first step is to put the camshaft in, the crankshaft.
Yeah. I explained to these guys before that there are no timing marks on there, but there are instructions, and that's what Mike is looking at. He's done it before.
I've done this on an FI before, and the FI is a bit different. It's got a mechanically operated intake as well as an exhaust, so it's a bit different, but really not all that much. So, yeah.
All right, we're going to try to put this all on one video and get this thing running. So I'm not going to talk too much on this, and when he gets ready to time it, I'll try and get in there with him so you can see how it's done.
All right.
All right, go ahead, buddy. All right, Mike said he's ready to put the time in, so he's got to. Let me see if I come over. Okay, I'm going to try to stay out of your way because I know you're not going to stay out of mine.
Right.
And the cam goes right in there.
It sits on that post.
Right. Yeah, that's a little better. Go ahead, buddy. Let me hold you up.
So that's the cam, and then this is the cam follower for the exhaust valve and the cam follower for the oil pump. So I'm gonna have to stand it up on end.
Okay. Let me get a chair, and I'll come around here. All right, go ahead, buddy.
So I'm gonna put the exhaust push rod in this little hole here, and when I rotate the cam, you can see it, rise up and down just like that. So I put a mark on the cam gear because in the instructions they want you to rotate the cam gear so that's mark over here. See that little mark I put right there? That's where the cam lobe's pointing. They want you to put the cam lobe initially pointing toward the wall of the crankcase.
Okay. Let me get another flashlight, buddy. Okay. All right. Mike just lubed up the crank.
Yeah.
Sorry about the ambient noise because we got two fans going, two antique fans and an air conditioner. Because it's like 98 degrees outside and it's about 70 in here.
Okay. So let's see how far away I am from where I need to be. Okay, I'm about 180 degrees out, actually.
Like I say, it looks like you're opening a combination lock there.
Yeah.
Come here, buddy. You want to hold this light for me?
Sure, buddy.
All right. Just try and hold it in there so you can lighten stuff up.
Okay, so here's how I'm pretty close now. But what you want, what the manual calls for you to do is to have a finger or something on the exhaust push rod here, and then you want to set the timing, set the gear mesh so that when you feel the cam about to raise the exhaust push rod, the crank pin, the connecting rod bearing, should be pointing right about at that bolt right there.
That hole.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to rotate it. Actually, go around again. So right now, I feel it hitting right there. So we're a little less than 90 degrees out from where we need to be. So I'm going to pull this out, go a little bit.
I don't know if you noticed something. I think the cam just moved.
Did it? Yeah. Wait for them gears to drop in. There we go. Let's try it again. Oh, too far.
Yeah.
So now I'm starting to lift at about the same amount of degrees before I'm starting to lift after.
Right.
So
that's what happened when the cam just slipped out of there.
Yep.
So
let's see.
All right, I'm going to shut it down and you put it where it belongs.
Yeah, well, we're
at least
almost
some guys,
there. Yeah.
At least some guys know what the procedure is. You think you got it there?
Yeah, I would say so. Let's see. I'm actually watching the.
Well, you can feel it, yeah.
Yeah, it's easier if I'm actually looking at the rod in relation to the top of the cylinder. So right about there it wants to lift. Nah, still a little bit out.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to shut you down.
Okay.
All right. Mike's got it timed there. Now he's going to put the backing plate on. He just put this little gasket on, which is actually a spacer, right, Mike?
Well, that's how you set the end play
right.
for the crankshaft. But it's not all that critical on these older engines, as long as it's not binding and there's not so much end play that the flywheel runs into the magneto.
Right.
Fine. So, all right. This was quite a tight fit, right?
Yeah, oh, it was coming out, I know that.
Well, the bolt holes are pretty much lined up exactly where they need to be.
Let me get your little brass rod so you can tap on it if you have to.
That'd be a good idea.
Alright, get the backing plate on, and the crank is spinning. Is it hanging up on something there, buddy?
It felt like it, but I think that backlash might be a little problem.
Huh. Oh well, seems okay now.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess put the piston in now, huh?
Think so.
Alright. Alright, looks like we're gonna put the piston in. You know what I noticed, Mike, on that I didn't notice any front and back to that thing.
No, I looked in the book and it doesn't really appear to be any right or wrong way to put it in. Let's see if I can squish these with my fingers and get them in there. One.
There you go.
Almost got the second one. All that oil I put on there is hydrolocking them.
Uh-oh. Service call, Mike. Go ahead.
Service call.
Alright, Mike put the oil pump on there, and then he set the lock on the base there, and he's just tightening it up now.
Mm-hmm.
It's going together pretty fast, huh?
Yeah, you know what? I do need a 1/2 inch wrench because the socket, the wall of the socket's a little bit too thick to go. Well, it kind of gets on there, but I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want
okay.
it to bind. So the final little bit I'll do with a wrench. And let's see what's after that. I guess we'll put the flywheel on and make sure we have spark before we go any further. We can put the head on, put the push rod in. What you doing?
You remember on that slant head I did?
No.
It had a bad oil leak. We couldn't figure out where it was, and then we found out it was coming out of these holes.
Huh.
Them holes were bored straight through, because that's for a different application.
Okay.
But in this, they don't go through. I was just looking on that because that reminded me of it when I seen that.
Huh.
That was funny. All right, Mike has a magneto on there, and gonna see if we got a spark here.
You getting it? I can see it.
Can you see it? Oh yeah. You know what? I can't see it because I'm looking at a little 2-inch screen, but I do see something.
I think it's good.
Yeah, it's not that big a spark, but
Well, the gap's pretty small.
Yeah.
I think the specified gap is like 20 or 25 thousandths for the plug, so.
you also
small.
put the gear on, huh?
Yeah. Ratchet.
The ratchet. You know what a ratchet is?
Yeah.
A little bigger than a mouse shit. All right, what's next, buddy?
Oh, let's see. I guess we can put the cylinder head on, right?
Oh yeah, okay, good idea.
All right.
All right, looks like you're putting the carburetor on, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got a new gasket for that.
I guess that goes on first because when you put the head on it, brings the pipe down with it.
Yeah, I forgot about that at first because it'd be easier to just drop the head with the intake pipe and have him go straight down rather than trying to fish that pipe in off the side.
Right.
That's just what I'm thinking. Let's go get started there. The gasket was a bit hard to line up. I don't think it is. Oh, it looks like it.
All right, putting the head on now. Yeah, this pipe here is a little sloppy. We're just checking it, and it goes in this hole here. And I was trying to put it in, Mike. I couldn't get in. There's a bolt in the way. But anyway, we're gonna have to silicone around that because that's gonna have to be sealed. So Mike's gonna be leaving here pretty soon. So we're not gonna start this tonight, but you guys might see it in one video. We'll just wait. We'll hold back on this, Mike. We'll hold back on this video.
All right. Spark plug it.
All right. Yeah, Mike just he adjusted the valve, and the valve they say in the book fold over a piece of newspaper. But back then the newspaper was thicker, Mike.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure it was.
So the last engine I did, I folded it over 4 times, and it came out right.
Nice. I'm curious to see if it has any compression. I'm sure it's got some. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, listen to it.
That's the intake.
Oh wow.
See the bounce back? That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we'll be okay.
It's gonna run like a dream.
I think so. What's next? The shroud?
Yeah, we can put the shroud on and put the
Or
kick pedal
the
on.
governor? Yeah, the kick pedal? Okay. We'll do something.
Okay.
Alright, looks like Mike's got the shroud just about on. You got the bolt on the top there.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got to put them.
Put these
Wow.
clamps on. Yeah, they're nice, but these holes are really tight. You know?
Yeah.
Somebody painted on the inside.
Close
of those.
tolerance.
Yeah, they didn't get the paint out.
There you go.
Nah,
there you go. Let me get a reamer for you there.
There we go.
You got
It's
it.
all right, it's
There you
all
go.
right.
He's got it. Yes, taking shape. Now all we got to do is put the kicker on. I think I might have a muffler to fit in there, Mike.
Really?
Yeah, that's a 3/4 inch.
Uh-huh.
Alright, I'm going to see if I can find it. Alright. Mike just hooked the spring up here to the governor. And now we're going to put the bell on. You know why I call it a bell, Mike?
Why?
Listen.
Huh.
Sounds like a bell.
It does. Okay. So...
Funny how simple that is.
Mm-hmm.
And now you just got to... Matter of fact, these things don't even have bolts on. I think that the newer ones that use the flywheel on this side,
Right.
they have them bolted on. But these just hang in there on them nails. I don't know if you guys seen that. There's 2 little studs that stick out the end there, and they just fit in that governor there.
Mm-hmm.
And then these plates here, Mike, when they push out, they just push that.
Yep.
And it's so simple. Go ahead.
It is.
Look at it.
Working. So is there a pulley on here, or is it just a nut?
No, I think there was just a nut on that side.
Okay.
I think the other side had a pulley
Ah.
at one time. Matter of fact, since you mentioned a nut,
Looks like you might need a washer there as well.
let me see if I can find a lock washer. Alright, the lock washer on there. Alright. So what do you say we just put the pipe on and put some silicone on it or whatever, and that way next time you come over, it'll be all ready. We can try and start it. Or we'll put the kick starter. We can put the kick on it, and then we can try and start it.
Good deal.
Alright. Alright. Yeah, it's the next day. I was hoping to get this thing running last night, but you know, we get sidetracked and stuff when we have engine night. You know, like little dirt bike, he has a project and we work on that, and Daddy dirt bike had something and we worked on that, and you know, we just don't stay on one thing. So if you guys are hoping to see this run in this video, it's not going to happen. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish it up. I'm going to put the kicker on and the intake pipe, and I guess that's it. Not much left. But there's one thing I wanted to bring up. When we put this bell on, I call it a bell because it sounds like a bell. And when we put the governor on and everything, we forgot a part. And let me put you up on a tripod and I'll show you. I mean, we put it in, but I don't want the guys that are using this video as something to put theirs together. I don't want them to make a mistake and forget to put that part in. So let me throw you on a tripod and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, I had the whole assembly here from another engine, and let me show you what's going on. We forgot, when we put this one on here, the bell, we forgot to put this part on, this metal part. And what that does, that actually rides on the piece of wood here, you know, to keep the little arms here, the little governor weights. It keeps them from digging into it, and that's what we did. We just put it on without that, and as soon as I seen that, we realized it. And luckily, I don't even think Mike had cranked up on that before we seen it, but here's the whole assembly, and it has these little nails in here to hold it up, and these weights here just go on. They just sit on there. I'm trying to stay in frame here so you can see. And like I say, this is for the guys that have these engines. Then this little metal piece goes on. I don't even know if you can see it, but this thing, like I say, it's 90 years old, and you see the little circle in there? That's a wear circle. And then on the back, I don't know if you can see it because the hat's cleaned up, but if you look real hard, you see a little line here and then a little line up here, and that's where your weights were hitting, right there. So this is how it goes together for them. You got the wings sticking up in here, and then you get your metal piece, and that sits on between the. I'll put it on backwards. There's no front and backwards, but I'm just putting it back the way it was because it's already wore in, and that goes there, and then your wooden round thing there. And then this goes on, and then this whole assembly just fits on there like this. See, that's that little thing here, and that's that little thing there. So, I just wanted you guys to know that we fixed that. You know, we didn't forget that. All right. I guess we'll start putting this intake pipe on. You know, it's funny. This has no air filter. The older ones do it. They actually had one that went just hooked there and went straight up, and then it had a little air filter. And some of the older ones had. It must have been the application, you know. Like who knows this? Who knows what this was? But there was no air cleaner on there, and there's no way of putting one on there because you got the choke. Here's the choke. Look how simple it is. Close it off. Open it up. Close. Open. And it actually has a little indent in there. I don't know if you can hear it right there, so it stays open. But that's it, and you're not gonna be able to see this, but all this does is just feeds through here, and goes through the other side of the engine, and sits in there, and the top sits on the block, and this here sits here, and you get two little pieces here, hold it in. So, get a screwdriver will work. Alright. There is a right and a left side to this because you got the bigger pipe and a smaller pipe. So, let's see, I'm going to get up here. I'm going to try and stay out of your way. Put the bolt through there. And then stick it through the hole. Okay. I might get in your way here just for a second. Only because I'm right-handed. Put the square bolt on. Now I'll get out of your way and try and tighten it up. We put a RTV on here, you know, with some silicone and stuff, so this pipe here is all sealed. So let me see if this moves up. Okay, put that right there and then tighten it up. It ain't gonna take much. That's it. Alright, so that holds everything in place. And then when I walk around here, I'll grab you off the stand and I'll show you where that pipe sticks out. Just sticks out on the side here. Alright, next I guess put this kicker pedal on here. And for that I think I'll move you over to the other side. Alright, instead of moving the engine. Alright, come on, let's take a walk. Alright. Yeah, first thing I want to do is we'll take this kick pedal and figure out how it goes on here. Okay, that's how it goes on. But what I want to do is, let me find a bolt here. Here's the bolt. And then we got a nut. And there's no lock nut on here. And what I want to do is, this nut here, can you see? It spins on all the way down. And what I want to do is I'm going to damage the threads because you can't really put a lock washer on this. I want to damage the threads a little bit so when I put it on, it's going to be tough to tighten. And then once it's tight, this nut won't back off. So let me just get a chisel and damage his back threads a little bit. A little strange to do that, but you know, it's going to work. Alright, that worked out well. I bolted it on and everything, and now it's, you know, it's tight. You can move it, and then when you don't want it, you can put it out of the way, you know, to carry it and stuff like that. That's what that's made for, and the bolt won't come out, so that worked out well. Alright, let's see if we can figure out how to put this in. Yeah, I said I'm not gonna start this because it just wouldn't be fair. It would be kind of selfish, you know, because little dirt bike and Mike, you know, helped put this together. You know, it was a team effort, and for me to just start it without them guys being here wouldn't be right. So, you know, I'm not in any hurry. I know it's gonna start, but I know you guys, you tuned in just to see that. So, oops, I hit the bell by accident. Alright, if I recall, let's see what we got here. If I remember, this little wiener thing, when we took it apart last time, it was sticking out like this, and then it goes under like that. Then you get the, it's actually got a little tang here on the spring. Gotta make sure, I guess the spring can't go on wrong. It just goes in there like that. That's already lining up, and then it goes over this this stud like, and then this goes in here like this. I guess we can put it together without putting it on. Oh, don't scratch it. Don't scratch the paint. And this would go on here, and then it would spin like that, and then you would find which hole to put it in. It would have to be a little tighter than that. I'm trying to stay in view here. Okay, you want it tight like that, and then if I spin this back here like this, put it in that hole, then that would give me enough tension. Let me try it again. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing here. Got a screwdriver? Where's a screwdriver? Push that all the way in. Okay, there we go. Alright. And we got a little tension there. That's what we want. Okay. Now I guess we can stick this in this little slider here, and gotta push this little wiener down and slide it in. Okay, so far so good. And this has to go in there thusly. Alright, you know what? Let me put I've got a little cotter pin here. You can't, there's no room to put a washer there. I want to put a washer, but you can't. I'm not going to bend this over. I'm just going to stick this in here to keep things from, what the heck's going on here? I almost said a bad word. See if I can turn this. Maybe the other side will be okay. Now, you know what? This is the old cotter pin. Let me get a new one. Let me put a new one in there. Okay, like I say, we'll just keep that in there for now. And then, I don't know how much you guys can see. Let me see if I can slide this over here. And then we got this little bolt here that we made. Remember that? This is all in as far as it'll go. Now all we gotta do is tighten this bolt. Don't have to be that tight. I didn't oil nothing up because, there we go. You have a little oil hole right here, and you get to all this stuff. So, let's see, we turn it around. That's, okay. Alright. That'll work out good. Oh, my arm was in the way, wasn't it? Alright. Yeah, when you start these, you can keep pumping it, you know, keep stepping on it real hard until it kicks over. So that's good. All right, let me get that out of the way. Well, that worked out well. I thought I was going to have trouble with that, but I didn't. Alright. Like I say, here's the pipe. The pipe just sticks out the side here. That's crazy. Alright, what else we got to do here? Oh yeah, you know what? Let me see if I can find a muffler. And see if I can move these up here. Hold on. Hold on. Alright. There you go. Alright, let me see if I can go find a muffler. I'll be right back. Alright. Here's what I came up with. You know, a lot of the old engines, this is the style that they would have used back then. But this is only a 1/2 inch, and this is a 3/4 pipe thread. So usually you'd have something that looked like that, and that would be right. And then I found these. This is some kind of homemade deal. Somebody made this, and they did a good job. You know, your exhaust comes out through the side here, and this thing's heavy. This is a solid 3/16 steel. But even that's a 1/2 inch. I could make that any size I want and put that on there, but you know, it doesn't look Briggs-ish. But this is what I came up with. Just a large hot dog with a 3/4 thread on here, and we'll stick that on there. There we go. Yeah, you don't want to cross thread. There you go. Looks like we paid not $2 for that at the show. At least that's what they were asking anyway. So that looks okay. You know, they like my other engine down there. I'll show you that. It doesn't look much different than that. So let me take these off the tripod and we'll end this thing, okay? All right. So there you are. It's all done. Yeah, the muffler don't look bad at all. It almost looks like an original one, because down here on my F, this here is a reproduction original one, and what they do is they have like a cap on there, and then around here they have the holes. So to make this one look almost like that, other than the ridge in the middle, I could just put a cap on there and then put holes on the side, but nobody knows, you know. Nobody really cares. They just like seeing a 100-year-old engine. So, all right, so there you go. I appreciate you guys that stayed in here for the whole series and commented. And like I said, we appreciate it. So let me get a good thumbnail here, and then we'll call this one done. Well, you haven't seen it run yet, so we'll have one more video of it running, you know, when the guys come up back. So, all right, we'll see you then.